Sports to the bone family. Blessings, 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 my wonderful peeps. Thank you guys for clicking and checking this video out. Alright, I don't know how my viewers and subscribers, but GCB, that's the Guyana Cricket Board, they are shaking things up, and every day basically we hear some news coming out of Guyana. So earlier today, we got news that former West Indies captain Sarwan, he was reappointed or reassigned as the chairman of selectors for the Guyana Cricket Board. We're going to talk about it. We saw some controversy the other day when the Guyana Harpy Eagles squad was selected. Sarwan, he came out and had quite a few things to say. So we're going to give you some info on that. Plus, we're going to talk a little bit about the Shea Hope and Rovman Powell situation. We hear people saying Rovman Powell should have gotten the captaincy for both ODI and T20. Some saying Shea Hope. We're going to talk about it, my viewers. I had a very good conversation with a friend of mine, and I'm going to share some of that with you, my peeps. So just hit that subscribe button as you watch if you have not yet subscribed. Alright, so earlier today, I saw some information coming out of the Guyana newsroom. Just getting a chance to really make a video about it. But the headline is saying Sarwan back as GCB chairman of selectors. So there's an article here. I'm going to read through the article for you guys and let you hear exactly what they are saying. So they say former Guyana and West Indies batsman Ramnerish Sarwan has been reinstated as chairman of selectors of the Guyana Cricket Board. That's the GCB. They say the local governing body for the sport announced on Saturday. So as I said, it was earlier today that I heard the announcement. Let me continue in the article. It says Sarwan, an ex-Guyana and West Indies captain, had relinquished his post. To be a part of Cricket West Indies senior and junior selection panels in January of 2022. And I am sure that most of you guys will probably remember the video that I did covering that when he was appointed. And I also did a video, when he decided to walk away. And he cited personal reasons. We know he's extending his mall and all of that. So he cited personal reason why he stepped away from that job. So they said the GCB on March 2022 appointed former first-class batsman Siram as the new chairman of selectors, and he's the one that they decided to shuffle things around. They have asked him to go and be the head of cricket development unit over there in Guyana, and Sarwan step back into the post. As I said, in May of 2022, Sarwan resigned his post as CWI selector, and he decided that he had some personal stuff that he had to take care of. So that is what they are saying. So let me give you an exact quote. So they are saying here they are saying that the other day when the Guyana Harpy Eagles selected their squad, a couple of guys, quite a few people in the country thought should have been in that squad, but were not selected. And Sarwan, he voiced his concern over the same thing. So they are saying just last month, that panel there, they decided not to select Anthony Adams and Kelvin Anderson. You understand? And they decided to select Ashmead Ned over those two guys there, especially Anthony Adams, who is the spinner. And as I said, Sarwan, he came out and he had quite a few things to say about it. It's really surprising to see that after such a quick turnaround, he's in the post. You understand? Just voicing his concern the other day that they are not selecting the right people, and there's no way a squad should have been selected, and especially Anthony Adams, wasn't in that squad. And I have been following him, my viewers and subscribers, and he's definitely doing some good work. You understand? So we're going to keep a close eye on things to see if this is something that going to last as relates to Sarwan staying in this post, or it's going to be a case of Sarwan coming in and straightening things out and probably appointing a couple of deputies and then, you know, move on to something else. But that is the story coming out of Guyana. Sarwan has been reinstated as the chairman of selectors for the Guyana Cricket Board. So I guess the next time the Guyana Harple Eagles squad, you know, is being selected, the best players according to Sarwan and his team will be selected. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. All right. The final thing before I go. So just the other day, West Indies, a couple days ago actually, the CWI people announced that Ravman Powell and Shea Hope would take over the T20 and the ODI captaincy respectively. Quite a few people not in agreement. If you scan through social media, you'll see people voicing their concerns and things. And I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and you know, he was saying that he personally believes that Ravman Powell should have gotten the captaincy for both teams. And I shared my opinion when the news just came out, and I will share it again. Shea Hope, he's probably one of three. I don't want to say must pick in the ODI team, but if separate and apart from Shea Hope, Akil Hussain, Alzari Joseph, there are not a lot of players there that, you know, you can say they are going to be selected every day of the week based on their position in the team. Ravman Powell has definitely revitalized his career recently, and you know, is expected to play in the ODI team as a specialist batsman. No longer a all-rounder based on what you are seeing, mostly just batting. You know, but you have to look into it and say, wonder if 2-3 years from now he will be able to make that team as a specialist batsman consistently. You don't want to keep changing things. Not saying that he's not going to continue to improve and remain steady, you know. But Shea Hope, my only concern with Shea Hope is the fact that, you know, he was in the vice captain. He was vice captain for so long, and they overlooked him. So I was wondering if it had anything to do with his leadership ability, or you know, the confidence that I had in him. We would have seen him take over leadership just the other day for the Barbados. I think he was in the Super 50 if I'm not mistaken, and then he went and played some franchise cricket, and he was also given the captain's armband. So you know, with all his experience and with all of what he produced at the top, you know, I can understand them giving it to him. And it goes without saying, Ravman Powell would have proven himself to be probably the best T20 captain in the region these days. Still have a lot of respect for people like Pollard and Bravo and all of these guys, but they are no longer playing international cricket. So I know the Pollard and Bravo committee and the Narayan and the Gale and all of those fans will come and say, how can I say that? But this is the man just win Super 50 and just, you know, just won CPL and thing, you know, and we see him captaining in different franchise leagues and things. So it was obvious that he would have gotten it. So I personally was looking that they were going to give him both, but I am not upset. I am not upset that they gave it to Shea Hope, because in the back of my mind, I was still wondering if he's always going to be a pick for you know, where a specialist batsman is concerned in the ODI team. You understand? So once again, this is me just saying the same thing. I don't change my stand. It's the same thing I said last week when they came out with the information. So we're going to leave this one right here for now, my peeps. And remember, tomorrow, Sunday, we will be live to discuss these things and more. Big up on yourself, my peeps.